So guys, the Epstein files continue to reveal more and more information. However, it's actually exonerating a lot of people. So everybody that was hating on the Michael Jacksons and the Johnny Depps and everyone else, they all got hit with a brick because their names are not in the Epstein files. So hear this. So the Epstein files have obviously revealed young people sacrifice, young people grape, obviously I don't want to say it because I don't want to get flagged and stuff. It's revealed a lot of traumatizing truths that everybody was already kind of privy to, but now it's confirmation. A lot of famous people, even the guys like Jay-Z's in it. To the extent of my knowledge, I don't think Jay-Z's actually named as a person. I think it was like, when you have some of those emergency lines where people can just call in a tip and it could be anonymous and it could be anybody saying anything, is more of that. It's not actually Jeffrey Epstein's people. Them have been writing his names in emails, sending it through back and forth. It's not really been like that. So I just want to kind of be transparent about that. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying what the facts are of the situation. In terms of other people, you've have um a lot of names that have not been named in the files. So I believe these are the people that need to get our praises, and everyone else needs to be subject to very stringent investigations. Guilty or not, they need to be looked at 100% because that's how the law works. There's some evidence against you, you get looked at, and if you're free, if you done no wrongdoing, everything's calm. If you've done wrongdoing, you get sent to jail. So I don't understand why the US federal government is saying that they don't have no evidence when your name being mentioned via email in the Epstein files is evidence. And even if it's not in the emails, if it's been put in as a tip and it's in the Epstein files, I think you should be investigated as well. Because at the end of the day, if you've done nothing wrong, you have done nothing wrong. What have I done? I said Epstein files. I don't understand how I don't understand why TikTok loves to flipping get onto me for this stuff, bro. I ain't even done nothing. But yeah, I didn't even do nothing, bro. But I peeled it anyway. But yeah, cool. So let's get into some of my references that I have for this video. So sorry guys, give me 2 seconds. That TikTok thing just threw me off. Okay, here we go. One, two, cool. So let's hear. Oh, go away. Let's hear what my man has to say.
Under the new Epstein files revealed that Michael Jackson was actually trying to help the kids by taking them to Never Never Land to get them away from the perverts. Do y'all know what that means? So, according to the new Epstein files info, Michael Jackson created Never Never Land to be a safe space for kids to go to get away from the perverts like Epstein and Diddy. And since Michael Jackson was about to expose or was in the middle of exposing them, allegedly, that is why he got took out. Allegedly. I still don't think y'all understand the gravity of this situation now. So now the whole conspiracy theory with Diddy and the coroner and somehow that Secret Service or agent or whatever, Fahim or whatever that guy named that worked with Diddy, who many conspiracy people were saying had something to do with MJ being taken out of here. Now that all kind of makes sense in a sense. And so since Michael Jackson was trying to take down that whole perverted scheme, they flipped it on him and made him look like he was the predator. I'm talking about Michael Jackson. When all this time it was a bunch of bullshit, and it was them trying to protect themselves. And in turn, they shitted on Michael Jackson. And I don't like it. What if I told you?
Yeah, so that's what they do. They accuse that of which you are guilty of. So it kind of takes the it takes the highlight off of the person that's actually doing the crime to make it look like they're against it when really and truly they are doing it. They're the organizers of it, they're the orchestrators of it, and then other people are that are against it. They basically accuse them of doing it, and it's kind of a shame to be honest. Well, it's not kind of a shame. It's just disgusting. It's not. It's not something. Obviously, we all know this. I don't understand why we allow it to happen. Um, yeah, it's just a lot. But there are a few sorry, there are a few so you know these names weren't in the Epstein files, but so weren't in the files. So you've got I forgot his name, Tom Brady or something like that. You've got Johnny Depp, you've got Keanu Reeves, you've got Henry Cavill, you've got Joe Black, and you've got Adam Sandler. So Tom Cruise, that's it. So all these people they were not involved in the files. So it's safe to say we can watch all of their films. I didn't even show you guys on TikTok. Sorry, guys. These are the names of the people that are good to watch. But yeah, so it's safe to say that Johnny Depp, so Pirates of the Caribbean and Baby Boy, um, uh, Matrix, John Wick, Superman, all them films we were able to watch them without feeling guilty. So yeah, man, if one of those are your favorite films, guys, go check it out. But TikTok's probably gonna take me off now, so I'm gonna come off of TikTok because I'm gonna show something of somebody that is not allowed on TikTok. So I'll see you guys next time in a bit. But bun TikTok, bro. TikTok gets on my nerves. I can't lie. So here's what somebody who's very controversial had to say.
I want every single person inside of the Epstein files, including the innocent people, including you, including Elon, including everyone, to be investigated to the full force of the law because it is not down to them to admit wrongdoing. That is why we have a rule of law. Criminals do not admit they did things wrong. They go to court and they prove they did nothing wrong. And what I'm saying is that the British state has plenty of time. They have plenty of time to arrest people for tweets. Yeah, you made the plenty point. Of time to arrest people.
I don't understand why Piers Morgan is saying, "Yeah, you made your point." Like, bro, what he's saying is facts. Let him speak. Agree with him at the end. Like, why are you trying to just stop him from chatting just because you're involved?
Nothing. So they should be investigating this huge pile of evidence. And the real questions are these. Why did they ignore the pile of evidence for a decade? One. Two, who paid Jeffrey Epstein and made him so rich? Three, what were they paying? You made all these points, yeah. What decisions have taken place that have affected the lives of British people based on the back of bribe money paid to pedophiles as opposed to the will of the electorate? What Andrew?
Listen, I still think that Tate is, part of the club, but
Yeah, like a lot of the stuff that's come out about Tate over the years about him DMing little girls, Tristan Tate beating a youth as well. At the age of 15, when I say beating, that means sleeping with. UK slang, by the way, guys. He's saying, "Oh, I took her virginity." Da, 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 da. I'm like, yo, yeah, it might be legal in certain countries, but bro, do you know morals kind of thing? So stuff like that, I don't rate. However, the masculine motivation, I rate. The work ethic, I rate, but sexual deviance, I don't. Um, yeah.
it's very interesting him saying that everyone in the Epstein files, guilty or innocent, should be investigated. He even calls out Piers Morgan to his face, like, fair play. right? Because if you think about it, right, he was jailed and accused of trafficking, and now his name hasn't appeared in the Epstein files whatsoever. You would think that if he was involved with what he was accused of, that Epstein would have been all over this billionaire elite that was doing blah de blah to children. So just think about it. You've got a man accused of serious crimes, publicly calling for investigations into the powerful elites, whilst he's not even appearing in the biggest elite scandal of our time, right? What does that mean? What does it mean? Does it mean that he's exactly what he says he is? Does it mean that the system did actually target him? Or is it just another example of how actually messy all of this politics is? Ultimately, we are in the depths of a spiritual war right now, and distraction is their main weapon. Don't get so consumed by this Epstein saga, that you stop actually watching what's shifting quietly in the background. The world stage is set, and too many people are just clapping along, right? But obviously, as always, this was just for entertainment. I'm just fixing.
Yeah, bro. Because as that all went down, you did not see gold went down to record lows. Bitcoin went down to about 40K, 60K US, 40K UK. Um, so that was like a big trillions of wealth got wiped out during that period. That period of like 2-3 days. I think things have stabilized a little bit now, but yeah, things changed. That was the best time to make some money if you had like 10-15K to invest. If you put that down, that would have went up crazy. You would have made a nice eats because Bitcoin's on discount right now. Gold at a discount, silver's at a discount. Everything was at a discount. Everything's gone up now a little bit. So it's safe to say you've missed the big discount. Obviously, now things are starting to kind of go on the way up. So all of this stuff, they always drop massive distracting news at the same time when something's patterned. Because look at it, like has anything actually come of this news? Has anybody been held accountable? I think one. I think Keir Starmer got basically spoken about. He knew that one of the people was friends of Epstein in his party that he chose. So then he's getting hammered about that, and nothing else is really, no consequences are happening. I think Jay-Z and Beyonce got some unfollows, but apart from that, no one ain't being taken to court. Hillary Clinton said she wants to do this because she's not in the files. She's screaming, say, do the hearings live so everyone can watch it and see it. Which I'm for. Um, but yeah, no one's really getting held accountable. There's no repercussions for any of this heinous acts. But that's been it for today. Just before I go, I want to show you guys my new song 24 coming out very, very, very soon on the 11th of February. So check it out.
I said, babe, just have some patience. He said, how come we ain't dating? I said, babe, just keep waiting. Want my money super saiyan. It's a gamble I ain't playing. Look at all these bricks I'm breaking. I ain't got no time to raving. I can see my future's bright. I got powers like that's a raven. That's the sound of the money. It flicks through machines. I said, remember I was 24. Her 20 needed 20 more. Smoking on the highest trees. Feeling like an overlord. Baby says she's done with me. Yeah, girl, I heard that before. Here with my magic wand. Cast a spell like Dumbledore.
Yeah, man. So that tune is coming out on February the 11th. 2026. It is my new song, second song of the year. It's available on all streaming platforms. You can pre-save it down below, or you can click, or if it's past the 11th, the same link will take you directly to the song. So guys, go check it out, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh!